Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. So I'm reading for Aries energy right now. You had to wait till last because you kind of got a big reading in the first place. So I didn't want to just kind of like do two Aries readings back to back, even though I work out now that I'm probably going to start with Aries readings again next week. So same difference. Anyway, here we are. Aries, if you haven't subscribed yet and you wouldn't mind doing so, I'd really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button because I'm trying to get to 500 followers. Because when I do, I access community tools allowing me to post messages to keep you updated on like where the videos are or, you know, what I'm doing next and things like this. And it also gives me access to community polls so I can get like anonymous feedback from you all about what you want to see more of or what you do or don't like. So please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It would be much appreciated. And if you don't want to, that's fine as well. So I'm doing a bit of a spooky themed reading this week, and it's who are you psychically connected to? Who are you connected to? Who are you seeing in dreams? Who are you meeting on the astral realm? Who is your soul family? And this could be people that you know and that you're aware of, or people that you have never met in your life and you're like, who is this person? But we don't know until we pull cards, so we'll find out. So jumping into it, also I'm going to read as though this is you and this is your person, but flip and reverse it if needs be. If it doesn't fit, if you're thinking I have no idea what you're talking about, just leave it, right? It's just not your reading this time. And of course, don't always use your own intuition, and do what you think is best. Don't ever do something based on a tarot card reading alone. You don't force anything to apply. If it makes sense, it makes sense. If it doesn't, leave it, right. Not that I think Aries would anyway. You're very much about Aries isn't so much everybody give me advice and I'll weigh it up and make a decision based on everybody's thoughts. Aries is a bit more, I trust myself. I'm going to jump into this and give it a shot. So I don't know. Let's see what we have for you. Aries, I'm getting you a song. What do we have for Aries? Season of the Witch. How appropriate. So this is a Lana Del Rey song. When I look out of my window, many sights to see. And when I look in my window, so many different people to be. It's strange, so strange. It's very strange to me. You've got to pick up every stitch. Oh no, it must be the season of the witch. It's gotta be. When I look over my shoulder, what happens then? What do you think I see? Some other cat looking over his shoulder at me. And he's strange. Yeah, and then it repeats. Beatniks are out to make it rich. Repeats. Yeah, it must be the season of the witch. And it's like, witch. So this is Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Which is a motion picture, it says. I don't know. Guillermo del Toro. Maybe you're dealing with the Taurus. Or a matador. I don't know. Toro. Okay, let's see. They're giving me... Okay, that's interesting. The film Bring It On. So there's two cheerleading squads who are competing with each other, and one steals the other's dance moves and songs. And so there's this song, it's cold in here. There must be some clovers in the atmosphere. I said, it's cold in here. So it's one of the cheers that they do. And it's the clovers doing it originally in the movie. And then the toros show up. And they also do the exact same song, the exact same cheer at the same time, only they say there must be some toros in the atmosphere because they're the bulls, right? That's their team. So I don't know if you've got like a copycat or if you're copycatting someone else. Who is Aries, please? What's going on for Aries? Maybe you are a bit of a cheerleader in some sort of way. You're on your own. You're doing something. Whatever you're doing, it's coming from divine inspiration. It's coming from an idea that pops into your head, some kind of something that feels like it's completely original and from inside of you. It's like, this is a completely unique idea. It's come from me spending time on my own soul searching, and it feels really true to me. It feels quite divinely guided. So doing some soul searching. And who are you connecting with, Aries? Wow. Page of Cups, Ace of Wands, the Star, and the Empress. Whoa. I don't know if this is for like 4 different people, like your whole soul family showing up, or if this is one person and I've got a bit of a story here. I'm going to tell you what each individual card means, and then I'm going to tell you the story that I'm getting. Page of Cups could be a Pisces. It could be somebody younger than you. This is somebody figuring out emotions. Sometimes it could be an apology. It's somebody who's a little bit of a fantasist. So this is like Shakespearean love, right? They're very romantic. They may come in and with a lot of flattery. They may come in kind of like a Lancelot on a horse, you know, like coming in playing the hero, all very Piscean energy. And it feels like unexpected and improbable. But the thing with the Page of Cups is there's a fish in the cup. So even though it kind of says yes, something may be very surprising, but the impossible can happen. There can be a fish in that cup. So maybe somebody has feelings for you. They want to express these feelings, or they want to apologize for you. You thought this would never happen, but it feels like, wow, okay, this is kind of unexpected, or I thought this was just a dream, that this would happen. Ace of Wands, fire sign, matches your energy. This is somebody coming in with a lot of enthusiasm, very fired up. Again, it's very new, it's very novel, it's very innovative. The star card is Aquarius energy. So this is it's a very, very, very high vibrational card, as is the Empress. And this is kind of like dreams coming true. This could be somebody who's in the spotlight. It could be like wishing on a star kind of energy, but it's very healing. I mean, I can hear it ringing, which sounds weird that I can hear a card ringing, but I can hear, it's like bells ringing. It's like the stars are ringing. The stars are ringing. Maybe somebody is going to ring you. And it's going to be somebody who is in the spotlight in some sort of way. They have, like, I don't know, an element of celebrity or fame, or just being very well known. Again, this could be somebody in your social group who's very, very well known, you know, who a lot of people are like, maybe they are a performer in some sort of way. I don't know. And then the Empress. The Empress could be a mother figure. It could be a divine partner, it could be a boss, but the Empress is normally senior in some sort of way. They hold a lot of power. She's all four queens of the tarot, so she's very, very experienced. She's got a lot of different aspects to her personality that she can utilize. There's a lot of abundance with the Empress. There's a lot of growth with the Empress. It's Libra Taurus energy. So what I'm seeing here specifically for you, whatever you're connecting with, if this is some sort of story being told to me, I feel like somebody could come towards you, or they want to come towards you with a lot of energy and enthusiasm, really wearing the heart on the sleeve, really coming in with very sincere emotions. I mean, the thing with Pisces energy is they are genuinely sincere when they're saying what they're saying, but whether they're going to feel the same way in a week is a different matter. So just be aware of that. But this person's coming in with like a knight in shining armor, like the hero that you always wanted, and they're coming in with a lot of enthusiasm, very passionate, it may be quite overwhelming, and they're coming in with some kind of wish or desire or fame, or it's like it just feels like a big impact. With the Empress as well, it's like you could find yourself with, it's almost like 0 to 60 in a second, like going from some kind of spark being lit, some kind of idea, excitement, and it's like it takes off, and it takes off. It's like with the Star and the Empress, that is like exceptional growth, exceptional opportunity, because they both have this feeling of like the sky's the limit. It's something that's very expansive. It's something that's kind of, it's like they're playing Reach for the Stars, S Club 7 in my head, Reach for the Stars. It's just, it's massive, right? It's like, so if somebody's coming in with some sort of offer for you, or some kind of opportunity, or, you know, maybe you're taking your idea to someone and they are like, I am all in, let's take this as far as we can take it. It's like, it's big. And I feel like it really matches your energy because it's exciting, right? It's exciting, it's enthusiastic. You can see so much potential for growth with this. It feels like a dream come true. Especially if you've been doing something alone for a long time. So if you've been doing some kind of project on your own, like taking something as far as you can on your own, it's like when this energy comes in, I don't know if it's like, it's not coming through as an investor because there's no pentacles. Oh, it just feels like a door opening, right? Leo had this. I don't know if you're connecting with a Leo. That is a lot of energy. That is a bit, that is big. That is big opportunity. It's like, I'm going to make you famous. Something like that. I'm going to, give me a week and we'll have your face on the front cover of every magazine, selling whatever it is that you're selling. You know, we're going to take your business. We're going to, you know, we're going to take this business that you've been working on your own, and we're going to times it by 1,000, right? It's like that one shop that you've got, that you're running. We're going to open a whole chain, like nationwide. Like, I don't know. The Hermit for Aries. Aries has been coming in with big energies. Like, you knock me out every time. Every time I'm doing an Aries reading, it's just overpowering. I'm a Libra, so I'm like, let me think about it. Castle, it's time for healing, not war. So you've been through something. This energy's been coming out quite a lot. Like this kind of like the aftermath energy. So you're ready for a fresh start. You're ready for positivity. You're ready for new. You don't want to be like sifting through the ashes of the past anymore. You want to get moving. You want to get onto rebuilding. You want to get onto, I'm hearing restructuring. What on earth is all this, please? Don't give me too many cards. What is this? Can you simplify this? Can you clarify this, please? What's going on over here? What is Aries connecting with? It's landed on your side. You've got the sun here as well. Paint the sun back into your sky. So yeah, it does have this feeling of like rebuilding, recovery. I don't know if you've lost something, perhaps. Maybe you've had some kind of like destructive force, or even like a house fire or something in your life, where I'm just noticing a clothes. I don't know if you wear clothes that are kind of like purple and sparkly. Yeah, it just feels like rebuilding, repainting, redecorating. You know, like say you've had like a small house fire. It's like, you know, you've got to kind of like get all the plaster off the walls and kind of get that cleared out, and then replaster, and then like repaint. But it's giving you an opportunity to like redecorate, right? So if this is metaphorical, it's like, it doesn't have to be a fire. If this is metaphorical, it's like, okay, so, you know, that's gone, right? Whatever that was, that situation, that workplace, that friendship, whatever it is, like, it's done. It's gone. You know, it's over. I'm really noticing this kind of like purple grey colour. Maybe somebody's hair or somebody's clothes. Maybe that purple grey colour really suits them. But it's like, yeah, it's rebuilding time. Over here then, so bitch fire, stand up for yourself and take yourself out on a date. Is this your higher self? Is this your higher self, or your guides, like your, I don't know, passed on loved ones or something, or just like the connections in your own life who are coming in and saying to you, look after yourself, stand up for yourself here. Especially if you've gone very inwards. It's like encouraging you to come back out again. It's like encouraging you to open your door, because you're the hermit, right? Open your door, go outside, stand in your power. Look at the clothes as well again. It's like maybe morning. It's like bring the light back into your world, like with these two cards. Stand up for yourself. So again, maybe there is something where you feel like something's been taken from you, or I don't know, an opportunity that was taken from you, or you know, somebody copied something that you did, and then they got the recognition for it. And so I don't know, maybe it's something like working on a college project with a friend, right? And like you've did a huge amount of work, but they handed it in, so they got all the praise, and you're like, but hang on, that was all my ideas. Like, yeah, they did a lot of the research. Yes, you know, they did their part, but it was my ideas. It was my concept. It was my original creation. And then they've got all the thing, but like they seem to be apologetic. So take yourself out on a date. With the Empress and the Star, it's like see your own worth. I'm hearing tail between your legs. I don't know if you've been like a little bit sulky, a little bit tail between your legs. Or maybe they're coming back with an apology with their tail between their legs. Like, I'm sorry I did wrong. Tell me about Aries, lizard. You need to warm up again, right? You need to like if you've been feeling very cold, like the Hermit's a cold energy, this looks cold. If you've been feeling very, like, I don't know, emotionally cold or neglected, you really need to kind of bring the sun back into your life. You need to bring the warmth back into your life, the heat back into your life. I mean, a bit hard to do when we're going into like autumn, winter, right, in the UK, but it's like you need to figure out what makes you warm, what makes you light up inside, you know, and move towards that, move closer to the heat sources. You know, you need that to live. So whether this is like move closer to physical relationships, if you think about if you're out in the cold and you and your friend hug each other to keep warm, it's like, where are those supportive relationships in your life? And if you don't have that right now, or you're finding it hard to see that, what steps can you take to make those connections? And sometimes it can surprise you. Sometimes it can be literally, do you know what? I'm going to go out. I'm going to buy myself a coffee from my favorite coffee place. I'm just going to go for a walk into the park. And then you bump into someone. You start, like, a bird does something weird and you start talking to someone on a park bench. You're like, oh, did you see that bird do that weird thing? And then it's like, before you know it, you've made a new friend, right? And it's like in unexpected places. It's making me think of that Taylor Swift song. Sorry, I've got a faulty memory system. All my wires get mixed up. The Taylor Swift song, Begin Again, which is like, and now they're giving me Old Man Finnegan, Begin Again. It's like, I thought all that love did was break and burn and end. And then on a Wednesday, why is it making me cry? Then on a Wednesday in a cafe, I watched it begin again. So it doesn't even necessarily have to be that I'm hearing the song. It doesn't necessarily have to be that you're experiencing it, that you're meeting the one, but you could be in a cafe minding your own business, kind of like that Tom's Diner as well, where she like looks up and she sees like the guy behind the bar like excited that the girl's arriving, and like he's pouring her a coffee and they're having a little flirt. It's like knowing that there's potential, and maybe that's what the star is, because again, the star's really healing. Like knowing that there's potential, like there's hope. It's like the hope is coming back in your life or their life, because again, this is somebody that you're connected to. Like, you know, seeing someone else happy. When you see someone else happy and it warms you up inside because it gives you hope, especially if you've been feeling a bit down in the dumps. I can hear I'm not going to try and make the noise, but it's got like I'm going to try and make the noise. It's like a I did it wrong. It's got like a little music section. I don't know if it's like a violin or something. And I just keep hearing that in my head. Right, in that Taylor Swift. Somebody's frightened. This person's frightened. I'm lying. It's like almost like this is who they're meant to be, and this is how they are, because this is bravery, right? Confidence. Maybe you are connected to a Leo, and this is like frightened. I don't know. Geminis could be involved. They're called Geminis, the Gem rabbits sometimes. And the Empress usually has a rabbit with her as well. Rabbits are a symbol of rapid growth, opportunity, rapid expansion. If you think about how rabbits multiply very quickly. So maybe somebody is going to get pregnant. They're going to have a lot of babies. I don't know. But yeah, the rabbit is a little bit startled. It's like the rabbit is like, I heard a story once that a hawk was going to come down and eat me. And now I spend all my day watching for the hawk. And it's like they're not living their life because they're sat in fear and sat in anxiety. And it's almost like they manifest it. So because they think about it so much, it you know, they give the hawk the idea. Look at these two. So maybe somebody's right. Maybe somebody's a little bit right to just be aware, because this is a crafty energy. Both earthy energies. It's clever. It's strategic. Again, like I would say Gemini Aquarius energy for me, even though it's a earth sign. It's like, I want to go outside. I want to go outside, but what if I run into a fox? Maybe someone thinks you're a foxy lady. I don't know. The fox isn't necessarily bad for me. I don't get a bad energy off the fox like I do with things like the crocodile. It's more playful. Again, it's kind of got that Gemini energy of like almost like teasing you about your fears, something like that. It's not necessarily bad. Just obviously be careful, but I'm not seeing... But stand up for yourself. It's like if anyone is trying to test you or push your buttons a little bit, it's like this rabbit is like the same size as the fox, like in the image. So it's like, you know, stand up to your full height, be intimidating, match their energy, you know, show this person that you're not somebody who's going to be pushed around or belittled. Like, maybe they're testing you because they want to see, have you really got this potential that they see in you, right? Can you really, if they invest in you, if they get onto this project with you, are you going to kind of like fall down at the first hurdle, or do you have a backbone? Are you able to see this into completion? Are you going to take this to where it needs to go? So it's like, you know, if they challenge you, if you feel like they're pushing your buttons a little bit, stand up for yourself. Like maybe this person, they don't want somebody who's going to toady around them. They don't want somebody who's going to roll over and, you know, jump through hoops for them. They want somebody who's got a little bit of their own independent spirit going on here. Somebody who's got their own... It's like somebody who can think for themselves. So show them that you can think for yourselves. Show them that you're not going to let them push you around. It's like, are they taking you on as an assistant, or are they taking you on as a runner? You know, do they just want somebody to go and get the coffee for them, or do they want somebody who's going to come in and actually contribute? Like, what is your job description here, you know? Kind of making me think of like The Devil Wears Prada, which again, I kind of like saw a clip of that earlier. So that's probably why it's popping into my head rather than it being like an intuitive message. But you know how she's like, go and get me the coffee, go and get me the coffee. And then when she starts to stand up for herself, it's like then people respect her. What's going on between Aries and the person? What was your song? Did I get you a song? Did I get you a song? What was your song? Season of the Witch. Witch's Cauldron. Skull. That's like fire and trouble, cauldron burn and cauldron bubble. I don't know. And then like getting Shakespeare basically, like the Witches of Macbeth, and then like Shakespeare and Yorick. Witch's Cauldron. Oh, Shakespeare's here. Shakespeare could be an actual thing. That could be something. Maybe like retelling Shakespeare stories, but for kids with animals. I don't know. Witch's Cauldron. So something's brewing, right? You're brewing something up. I was talking about soup in someone else's reading, like, you know, adding the right ingredients to the soup. It's like, if this is going to work, we need to bring on the right people onto the team. We need to bring on strong people. You know, it's like, I don't want to surround myself with yes men here. I want people who are going to be individual, who are going to come into this with creative ideas. I don't know why I'm seeing, because it's not an opportunity necessarily. I don't know where I'm getting this from. Because something's ended, right? So there must be something new beginning. Okay, I've got 4 decks. I'm just going to run through each one, see which cards want to come out, and then I'm going to put all the cards together and get your story. So I'm not going to interpret them as they come out. We're just going to hang on for a second and see what the story is. What is this thing about stories? There's a lot of like storytelling. Whoa, that is a lot of cards. High Priestess and the Devil. There's a lot of cards. There's a lot of stuff about stories coming through is what I was trying to say. Like storytelling, like writing books, like character creation, perhaps. Maybe you're working like, maybe you work in character creation in some sort of way, you know, like as an artist or... Okay. Let's try and get everything the right way up. If it comes out reversed when I'm shuffling, then that's a different thing. Right, I want to try and mix up all these cards so that, oh my God, Queen of Wands as well. So I'm getting a little preview. I'm seeing like the odd card coming through. I'm not trying to put these in any particular order other than I'm just trying to get like different decks together in a way. Oh my God, the Empress as well. Right, oh my God. Aries. Okay, you have some very interesting cards. Okay, so your first card is the King of Pentacles. So yes, it could be an offer. It could be some sort of offer. This is normally a boss or a husband or a father. This is somebody who controls the money, right? So it's like an investor, a banker, you know, like the father of the household who does the accounts, like in a very traditional sense. Doesn't have to be a guy, by the way, but this is like the money man, right? This is like the boss, the money man, the person drawing up contracts, the person investing. So it does feel like there's something happening here. I don't know why I'm getting this thing about like the bank vault is open. It's like there is money to invest, right? But this person, they're not going to invest in anything. They want to invest in people that they see a lot of growth and potential with. So again, this is, I feel like this person could be looking for the new, right? They're looking for the innovative. They're looking for something that hasn't been done before. They don't want to put money into an old hat, you know? They don't want to put money into people who are like doing the same ideas all the time. I want to say they like how creative you are. With that, it's like they like that you come up with very unique ideas. So almost like this Ace of Wands is something that came from you. So they see you as somebody that they can potentially invest in because they can take you far, right? There's a lot of growth opportunity here. And they're not going to just throw the money at people who are going to waste it, you know? They've got to see the opportunity. And if you've been unrecognized or perhaps you've left a workplace, it's like they're going to poach you, you know? The King of Cups. So it's the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups. So it could be two different individuals. And you've got this kind of like cups in each. I knew I was getting the Pentacles and it was the first card that came out in the story. Because I kept on looking over here and seeing like there's no Pentacles, but you've got this like Success and Empress based on an idea you've had. So the King of Cups into the Page of Cups. I feel like it's not just money that this, it's almost like the Dragon's Den. Who had dragons? Was it Leo? It's like they want to invest in you, and they don't just want to invest money. They want to invest perhaps time or their expertise in some sort of way. It's like they're emotionally invested in this, not just, it could be you as well. You could be emotionally invested in this. But again, there's this idea of like the new, right? It's like the potential for the new is really important. What am I seeing here? I'm seeing, right, I get like little visions. So it's like somebody dipping the baby into the witch's cauldron. I mean, it could be, I don't mean to be blasphemous, but it could be like, because I'm seeing a baby being dipped into something. It could be like baptism. It's just, you know, it's a witch. It's just because I've got a spooky deck, so take out the spooky element if that's what it is. But also this idea of like it's coming through with like, you know, when they dip Achilles into the river and they just hold him by his heel. It's like it's almost like a blessing on a new project. Because there is emotions. Look, they're coming towards you with emotion. It's like, if I'm going to invest in this, I'm not just investing money into a financial opportunity. I need to care about the cause as well. I need to care about the project. You know, I need to be emotionally engaged. I need to want to invest in this. It's the way it's coming through. Or they're investing because they care. Maybe, again, it could be somebody's grandchild. The Moon. There could be a lot of fear. Again, the fear is coming through with the rabbit. A fear of the unknown, a fear of illusion. Again, this is another illusion energy. This person that you're connecting with, they could have a tendency to delude themselves, because as practical as they are, I do think they have a generous heart, because this is like very Pisces energy, and like it's almost like they don't want to be, because the fear's on their side, to be fair. It's like they don't want to be taken advantage of here. And maybe if they've got a tendency to fantasize, a tendency to have very big ideas or rose-tinted glasses about the future. Maybe they've invested in people in the past because, you know, they've seen the potential and they've been disappointed, you know. So it's like their hearts led them astray before. Maybe because they are a generous person. I feel like this person could get taken advantage of. You know, it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe the granddad who's got a big heart but a big open wallet as well, right? And it's like almost like King Lear, where the first two daughters emotionally manipulate him so that he gives them a load of land. It's like maybe this person isn't very good at knowing if people can be trusted or not. It's like he doesn't know if people are just want him for his money, because he seems to have a lot of money. Like he doesn't know if people just want him for his money or if they want him for his, because his heart's invested with the King of Cups. So I feel like this person has fear of their kind-hearted, generous nature. Again, could be Leo. Kind-hearted, generous nature being taken advantage of. Like they don't want to be made a fool out of, I guess. That moon energy, a lot of Pisces, a lot of water sign there. Maybe in the heart space, so maybe the moon sign, you know, even if this person's kind of like maybe like an earth sign or very practical on the surface, perhaps, you know, a moon sign or their Venus, Mars, Mercury placement could be water. It's like if their Mars is a water sign, it's like they do stuff because they care about it. That's what motivates them. You know, having a big heart, believing that the future can be better is what motivates them. If it's the Venus placement, it's like everything they do because of love, because they've got emotions about it, you know. But again, there's some self-delusion with Venus water placements. Getting Pisces a lot, like Venus Pisces, Venus Scorpio, because this is a Scorpio card, is a little bit more, can be a little bit emotionally manipulative, so be wary of that. Yeah, they're working on it. I feel like they're working on their own tendency to delude themselves, or their own tendency to be afraid of letting people get close to the heart. Because yeah, it's like burn the witch. I don't know. It's like because they've been hurt before. Or you have, right? You've been hurt before, because you've got this like burn the witch energy. Again, like Gemini had this. You've got Gemini here. Maybe you've got Gemini placements. You know, feeling like your responsibilities became burdens. Feeling like you had to shoulder too much weight in a situation. Feeling like, you know, the only way to get out of something was to destroy it. Maybe like there's an element of like self-sabotage there, you know, but you've got, it's the season of the witch. So if you feel a little bit like you've been villainified in some sort of way, you know, like you were the witch, you were the bad guy. There's a lot of this coming up this week. I don't know if it's something going on with the planets. You know, if you were painted to be the bad guy in a situation and almost sacrificed, you know, it's like you got fired because you took the blame for something like that. You know, if whatever was destroyed before, it's in that kind of Phoenix energy. It's like it's just making way for this new thing to come in. And then you've got the Ten of Swords. Oh, somebody feels betrayed. Again, I don't know if it's you or this person. Somebody really feels betrayed. Like that is like the whole ship got destroyed. and when I say ships to me symbolically, sorry, I'm just taking my my top off, not my whole top, I've got a t-shirt on, but my like fleece off. Somebody was completely emotionally like wrecked by something, and it felt like a betrayal, and it felt like everything that they've been building, everything that they've been working on, everything that they've been putting together. So again, it could be like their own family, it could be a business. It just feels like one storm wiped it out, and it feels like they lost everything. So again, but they're seen here with like a lot of money to invest. So it could be this sort of thing where, now I'm kind of getting like Merchant of Venice. I don't know what the Shakespeare element is. So it could be somebody who's lost a lot in the past. Perhaps they took a long time to rebuild. So again, it's like they don't want to close the heart space off. They're an emotional person at the core. You know, however they present to the world, they're an emotional person at the core. And they have been hurt, which naturally would make them fearful. I don't know, it's like someone who got scammed or something. You invested in the wrong thing. But now you're getting the Empress. So again, if this person's the Empress, it's like it taught them, right? It taught them to it's like it taught them a lesson they'll never forget or something. It's like it taught them how to be the Empress, how to be calm in a crisis, how to rebuild, how to be graceful, how to rise above it, right? How to rise above the storm. Again, there could be a mother here. That's Libra, Taurus energy. So you got the Empress here, and then the rabbit, which is symbolic of the Empress. Because I feel like somebody invested in themselves, right? If you look here, like the investment is going into themselves. Maybe someone invested in themselves and it didn't work out. So, okay, so it didn't work out financially. Like there was disappointment here. Like somebody felt betrayed. Somebody felt like they were almost like sacrificed in some sort of way. But they're still the Empress, right? So it's like, you can take everything from me, but I am still who I am. I am who I am. Like I am still, like you can't take away like who I am as a person. You can't take away the lessons I've learned. You can't take the my dignity and grace from me. Don't think of me. Who got raw? Was it Sagittarius? You knocked me down, but I got up. Oh my God, this person picked themselves up. They went independent in some sort of way. The Nine of Pentacles, either they went independent or they learned to stand on their own 2 feet, right? So yeah, it's like they rebuilt. It's like they rebuilt because of who they are. It has that feeling of somebody who took their ideas with them. You know, it's like maybe this person worked for a certain place and, you know, like something like JML. I'm not saying it was JML, but you know how like there's companies who like they train people up, but anything that they make under that company becomes the patent of the parent company. So it's like, but it's like this person, like all the ideas were coming from this person, right? So it's like if this person was generating all the ideas for this company, and this company was getting very successful off, I want to say your very unique ideas. It's like if you got fired, maybe because someone wanted to, again, you got that copy, was it you that had that kind of copycat energy? It's like you, yeah, because you had the cheer squad, didn't you? It's like, when you got kicked off the team, when you got kicked out of the workplace, when you got fired, all of inspiration went with you, right? Because you were the one, you were the innovator in this place. God, I can think about a parallel like this in my life. I don't think I've got any Aries in my chart at all. But there was a situation once where I left a workplace and I was making a huge amount of money for that place, and it was evidenced by, I could evidence it. I could be like, look, I worked on this and it made £3,000 an extra that week. And and I left, and eventually it did close. And I'm not saying it was entirely because of me, because I think the business was going downhill. It was mismanaged. But like, I don't have so much ego, but it's making me think of that a little bit. So it could be because it's like, maybe if you took your ideas with you, maybe you took your patents with you, or just your ability to have a very novel approach. It's like, when you start to, it's like going solo, right? It's like, maybe you work for a business as a creative, and then you got fired during COVID or something, so you set up your own business, like your Etsy business, and now you're doing really well from it. Because the Nine of Pentacles is like, they call it the Empress in Waiting card. A lot of financial independence here. So maybe you don't actually need an investment off this person. I can't tell if it's you or them. Again, you could have similar paths. The Devil in reverse, somebody got over some kind of devil. Some kind of temptation, some kind of... Again, it feels like a controlling person or workplace that was defeated. Yeah, somebody got out of something. It's almost like, I don't know, by betraying you, by backstabbing you, it's like they did you a favour anyway. You know, because it's like you look back and you're like, oh, you know, I'm really glad I'm not in that place anymore. I'm doing so much better now. The Magician and the High Priestess, you've got... Because you're the Hermit, you've got something going on here where you're in communication with the divine. Now, this could be consciously or unconsciously. It's like the ideas that you generate, like, they could come from nowhere, right? You could have a dream and it's like, oh my God, that's a brilliant idea. I need to do that, right? It's like they're your ideas, but they're being divinely inspired. Like, it's coming direct from source. So it's not like you looking around the world and being like, oh, I'm going to take that idea, I'm going to take that idea. It's like, it's being directly into your brain, right? Very unique, original things. And you have all the tools you need to make things happen for yourself. You don't need to rely on anyone else here. It's like, you can make the magic happen. So you're starting to see this independentness about yourself. Three of Cups, you may be celebrating this. This is a card about celebration. It's a get together with friends. Again, you could be building up your own team. So it's like, okay, you've started your own business. It's doing really, really well. You know that there's a lot of potential here to take this further, but you need to get a few other people involved, and you're going to get your friends. It's like, you're going to take, I don't know, it's like a really ragtag group of people that you're kind of putting together here. But you're building something, and you're getting other people, I don't know, maybe a community involved. It could be like asking, you know, your customers for feedback. If you were, excuse me a sec. Love you all. So, oh, look at that. Queen of Wands and the High Priestess. So, my son was in the room. He's got, like, you know, when you get bread and it's got like a sticker around it. It's got like a big orange sticker from some bread, and he's got it across his face like a moustache. I don't know what they're saying. Yeah, the Three of Cups. So it's like, it could be like, say you were a Twitch streamer, right? It's like the people who come to your Twitch streams, you're asking them to be moderators. You know, you're picking people who are like reliable to be moderators. But here, Queen of Wands and the High Priestess, and you've got the High Priestess here as well. Like, again, it's like, whatever you're doing, it's very, very divinely inspired. You're using your intuition here. You feel like you're absolutely having some kind of glow up. It's like, if people thought they were destroying you, you're coming back with Phoenix energy. It's like you're coming back better than ever before. Like, really standing in your full power, because it's almost like they triggered it. It does make me think a little bit of like what Gemini had. That is really cool. And then the Six of Cups. So there's some nostalgia here. It's almost like learning the lesson from the past in some sort of way, or like bringing the past with you. It's like remembering who you were to create who you are. It could also be talking about soulmate connections, which is also here. Three of Cups is soulmate connections. Six of Cups is soulmate connections. It talks about equal emotional give and take. Could be something about children, nostalgia, past lives. Perhaps you're aware of past lives. But wow, that is like, look at you. Like, again, don't worry, she, he, they. There's a lot of feminine energy in this reading, but it's like kind of coming into your full form. Like, Tell you what, it must be that if you were burnt as a witch, right? It's almost like doing a Jesus. I don't know. You know, like, again, sorry, I don't mean to be blasphemous. I don't know if there's some kind of like, I don't know if there's something in that for you. Maybe it's a topic that you're exploring. But you know how like they killed him on the cross and then they like he rose from the dead. It's like you've got a similar thing. It's like, but in blasphemous terms. I'm sorry, I don't know why it's coming through in such a blasphemous way. If you're particularly religious, if you're not religious, just, I don't know, let's just be nice to each other. It's just the way it's coming through. I don't mean to offend anyone, but it's like being burned at the stake and then being resurrected. It's like, I don't know, if people thought that they were getting rid of you in some sort of way, people thought, ha, you know, maybe they saw you as like the competitor, or they saw that your ideas were, I don't know, there's some jealousy here. Like, again, I was really getting, you know, the cheerleaders, the Clovers and the Toros. It's like, if someone's been ripping, it's like somebody betrayed you, ripped off your idea, thought they'd seen the last of you, but they underestimated your potential to paint the future back into being, right, to manifest. And it's like you show up at the party, like they thought that you'd be crying in your bedroom, you know, licking your wounds, and then you show up at the party looking like, dying bitch. It's like Cinderella, you know, like I was getting Cinderella for, was it Sagittarius? You know, like the Drew Barrymore one when she shows up. Yeah, it's exactly like that. It's exactly like that. You know, where they like destroy her dress. I don't know why Cinderella's coming through so much this week. I'm like, oh my God, they're talking about me. But you know, like how they rip a dress up, like the wicked stepmother and the ugly sisters, they tear a dress up and they're like, you know, like, ha, I can't go to the ball now. And then like the fairy godmother comes along, which feels like maybe this person. And then it, like, Drew Barrymore kind of like where she shows up like looking like an angel and everybody's like, who's that girl? You're like, bitch, it's me. Yes, bitch, yes, bitch. Leo's are there go in the crowd going, yes, bitch, yes, bitch. Go queen. Okay, you might have a Leo who's supporting you. I want to get another song for you and then we'll wrap it up. Can I get another song for Aries? What's going on here, please? Can we get another song? Okay, it's a very childish song. A, B, C, D, E, F, U. Okay, ready for the swears? Fuck you and your mum and your sister and your job and your broke-ass car and that shit you call art. Fuck you and your friends that I'll never see again. Everybody but your dog, you can all fuck off. I swear I meant to mean the best when it ended. Even tried to bite my tongue when you start shit. Now you're texting all my friends asking questions. They never even liked you in the first place. Like, see, your friends have stuck by you. Look at like 3 of Cups, 6 of Cups. Like, your friends have got you back, babes. Dated a girl that I hate for the attention. She only made it 2 days. Ugh, what a connection. It's like you'd do anything for my affection. You're going about it in the worst ways. It's like somebody tried to make you jealous or something. I don't know. Like, what on earth? I was into you, but I'm over it now. And I was trying to be nice, but nothing's ever getting through. So let me spell it out. A, B, C, D, E, F, U. Yeah. You said you just needed space, so I gave it. When I had nothing to say, you couldn't take it. Told everyone I'm a bitch, so I became it. Always had to put yourself above me. Yeah. I don't know, it's a great song. There's a reason why it became so popular, right? It's a good song. It's a bop. It's just a bit cheesy now because it got kind of, you know, when like something gets too famous and it becomes cheesy. Fuck you and your mum and your sister and your job and your Craigslist couch and the way your voice sounds. Fuck you and your friends that I'll never see again. Everybody but your dog, you can all fuck off. Yeah, Aries, you're saying fuck off. I'm going to go and hang out with my friends and party and be my best self, and I love to see it. All right, I hope this was really helpful for you. Do take care of yourselves, and I will see you again soon. Bye, Aries.